per litre. Azimio is of the view that this finance bill takes us back to the 1980s. It takes us back to the era of cost sharing in public institutions. It takes us back to the era of structural adjustment programs. It takes us back to the 1980s because the people who were in charge back then are in charge today. It is our position that in the long history of budget making in this country, never has a regime tasked our people to sacrifice so much by way of taxes for so little by way of gains. We have refused to sit back and watch as Kenyans are being harassed to fix cash crunch caused by economic mismanagement, wasteful spending, corruption, and skewed and incompetent hiring into critical public positions. We reject this backward march. We reject the finance bill in total. We reject excess taxation to finance wasteful expenditure. On reorganization of leadership, it is our hope that the media fraternity and Kenyans at large recall that at our last meeting, we recognized the resolutions of our affiliate party, Jubilee, reached at the party's special national delegates convention, including the change of leadership. We said those changes must be taken as final and must be respected and enforced by the office of the Registrar of Political Parties. In furtherance of those resolutions by Jubilee NDC, Azimio has today settled on the Honorable Mark Mwenje, the MP for Embakasi West, as the Deputy Minority Whip of the National Assembly. Honorable Mwenje will be taking up the position that was left vacant upon the removal of the Honorable Sabina Chege about a month ago. We recognize Honorable Mwenje as a committed, consistent, energetic, and youthful fighter who has shown the will to stand up for the people and the party. We have no doubt that he will prove equal to the task. We reiterate that Azimio will do everything possible to protect affiliate parties from heinous attacks emanating from the Kenya Kwanza regime. We will do whatever it takes to protect multi-party democracy, for which many Kenyans lost their lives. On the joint bipartisan talks, the PG received a briefing as follows: that Kenya Kwanza has offered that the joint co-chairs should write to the IBC selection panel requesting them to halt the process for about 21 to 30 days. To preserve the IBC's presidential election servers, the Kenya Kwanza side has expressed willingness to co-author a letter to the IBC reminding them of their legal obligation to preserve the presidential election servers and the data contained therein. Kenya Kwanza has asked that the co-chairpersons meet to discuss and write the required letters so that the joint bipartisan talks can continue. With regard to interference in Jubilee, the Kenya Kwanza has indicated willingness to commit in writing to respect the ruling of the political parties' disputes tribunal, confirming the Jubilee Party leadership. They have no offers on lowering of the cost of living because they are married to the finance bill, and we have a plan for the bill. The PG has noted the two concessions made by Kenya Kwanza. It is, however, the view of the parliamentary group that those concessions are not good enough to allow us return to the talks. It is also our position that the finance bill as presently crafted must be withdrawn and replaced by a bill that appreciates the suffering of the people, the people of Kenya are going through.